Honourable colleagues, Mi'kmaq History Month commenced on October 1st, Treaty Day, recognizing the Mi'kmaq treaties of peace and friendship signed in 1752. Mi'kma'ki, the Mi'kmaq homeland, includes present-day Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, central and eastern New Brunswick, the Gaspé Peninsula, and Newfoundland. There are 30 Mi'kmaq nations, 29 in Canada and 1 in Maine. Today, I'd like to shine a light on 4 Mi'kmaq history makers, 4 Mi'kmaq senators. In 2016, the Honourable Dan Christmas made history as the first Mi'kmaq senator appointed to the Senate. He had already made history as a key player in the leadership team responsible for the well-known success of Membertou First Nation and as director of the Union of Nova Scotia Indians. Here at the Senate, Dan Christmas made history as chair of the Indigenous Peoples Committee when we passed Bill C-15, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act. He described it as his Mount Everest in life. Senator Brian Francis made history in 2018 when he was appointed the first Mi'kmaq to represent Epiquet, Prince Edward Island, in the Senate of Canada. He'd served as chief and band administrator of Abaquate First Nation for 11 years, as an executive board member of the Atlantic Policy Congress of First Nations Chief and board member of Ulnuweg Development Group. He capably serves as the chair of the Senate Indigenous Peoples Committee today and sponsored the historic Bill C-5 National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Mi'kmaq lawyers and leaders, Senators P.J. Prosper and Judy White, were both appointed to the Senate in July 2023. The first Indigenous senator from Newfoundland and Labrador, Judy White from Flat Bay, had already made big waves as the first Indigenous woman to chair the province's Human Rights Commission, as Newfoundland's Assistant Deputy Minister, Indigenous Affairs, and as Director General of Indigenous Services Canada. Senator White says she has 15 years to make her mark here as an Indigenous woman pushing reconciliation from the inside. A well-respected leader hailing from my neck of the woods, Senator P.J. Prosper served as regional chief for the Assembly of First Nations, representing the chiefs of Nova Scotia, and chief of Buktinqek Mi'kmaq Nation, and on many boards and committees. Senator Prosper continues his significant contributions with his bold and historic Reconciliation Initiative. Honourable colleagues, history is humankind's memory. Please join me in celebrating Senators Prosper, White, Francis, and Christmas, who are living chapters in the history books and memory of Mi'kma'ki, of the Senate, and of Canada. Walalio. Well done.